Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for October 3rd. October 3rd is the 276th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 277th in leap years, with 89 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is ISBN. Not exactly a word there. ISBN is what is known as an initialism, also sometimes called an alphabetism. And this is an abbreviation, usually from the first letter or letters of words in a phrase, and they're pronounced as individual letters, like FBI for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. ISBN stands for International Standard Book Number. An ISBN consists of 13 numeric digits used as a commercial book identifier, unique to the publication to which it is assigned. An ebook, paperback, or hardcover edition of the same title will each have their own separate ISBN, and one could use that ISBN to look up that specific book. They're sometimes referred to as ISBN numbers, but that's redundant since the N stands for number in ISBN. On October 3rd, 1789, George Washington proclaimed a Thanksgiving Day that year. We in the United States have officially observed Thanksgiving on and off since then. Sure enough, on October 3rd, 1863, Abraham Lincoln declared the last Thursday in November to be Thanksgiving Day, and so it has been ever since. This is the birthday of American novelist, screenwriter, and critic Gore Vidal, born October 3rd, 1925. He was a prolific writer and an intellectual. He dabbled in politics and feuded pretty fiercely with other intellectuals. Apparently, he also drank a lot, which probably contributed to his sometimes controversial outlook, opinions, and behavior. In fact, in his later years, he died from an alcohol-related neurological syndrome, although he did live to the age of 86. This is the birthday of baseball great Dave Winfield, born October 3rd, 1951. He's a Hall of Famer, class of 2001. He was elected with 84.5% of the vote on the first ballot, no small feat. I may have mentioned this before, but not everyone gets in on the first ballot. Now here's a little bit of a surprise. The United Kingdom successfully tested a nuclear weapon on October 3rd, 1952, thereby becoming the world's third nuclear power after the United States and the Soviet Union. And another baseball great. This is the birthday of Dennis Eckersley, born October 3rd, 1954. He also got in on the first ballot, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. I was working at the Hall of Fame that year, so I got to meet him, along with Paul Molitor, Eck and Molly as they were affectionately known. On October 2nd, 1962, Project Mercury, Sigma 7, launched from Cape Canaveral for a 6-orbit flight with Wally Schirra. The O.J. murder case ended with a verdict of not guilty on October 3rd, 1995. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross began its third week in the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 on October 3rd, 1970. The song was written in 1966 and originally recorded by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell in 1967. That version made the top 20. Diana Ross and the Supremes did a version of the song with the Temptations on an album in 1968. And that version is very similar to the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell version. This one has more spoken word parts and more of a gospel feel to it. Interestingly, Motown boss Berry Gordy hated some of the qualities and components that make this version unique. He wanted it redone more like the first two versions, but this version took off, so there you go. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.